Can you win in this real estate market? Hey, this is Dave with the Bolduc Realty Group, powered by EXP. Welcome to my weekly real estate market update. Today's September 15th. Happy Friday. Hope you got a great weekend planned. Let's talk about key Connecticut market stats. So active on the market today, we have 4,437 homes. It's up a little bit from last week and 338 new listings over the last 24 hours. So seeing a nice solid Friday weekend punch here. Just under 3,900 homes closed in August, better than the 3,400 we saw in July. Based on August sales, we've got about 1.2 months of inventory on the shelf, so we still have strong demand relative to the supply. We're still in a seller's market. So some key dates here. Not exactly the results we were hoping for. CPI and PPI both came in higher than expected. The bond and stock markets really didn't react all that much. Seems like maybe they expected the inflation numbers were going to come in higher, and so they just didn't react when they did come in higher than forecast. The market and the Fed, they both agree there's at least one more rate hike in the offing. Even with these recent inflation numbers, it looks like it's going to be November when that happens. So retail spending also came in 0.6% up. It was supposed to be 0.2 per the forecast. So it came in strong. The consumer remains resilient. The question here is this spending on a credit card or is this spending cash? Because that does make a difference. Regardless, the stage is pretty much set for next week now. The Fed's going to meet and they're going to make some decisions. They've been very clear that their goal is to get inflation back to that 2% target. Bottom line, demand in the real estate market and the economy in general has been pretty resilient, relatively strong. The Fed is committed to driving down inflation and is going to do what's necessary to make that happen, which necessarily results in some damage to the economy. The big question is, how much damage needs to be done to hit that goal that the Fed set out? Looking at the primary mortgage market survey, average mortgage rates ticked up slightly, not as much as you would have expected based on the inflation report, so I guess we can be thankful for that. As long as this market dynamic continues, mortgage rates will remain elevated. The higher rates are limiting demand because buyers can't qualify for mortgages. It's also limiting supply because a lot of sellers have lower rate mortgages on their existing house and they're looking at a much higher rate going to another house, and that's slowing them down. So we are seeing limits on both supply and demand related to these high rates. For context, just show you this mortgage rate chart. I haven't dragged this guy out in a while, but as you can see, we're above what we've seen recently, in the 2.5-3% range, but we're also pretty far from where it's been back in, I think it was April of 1981. We were over 18%. So just keep that in mind. To win in real estate, here's what you need to do. You need to keep your head up and stay focused. Opportunities are coming up every day. You just need to be ready to be decisive and make it happen. As buyers, make sure you're pre-approved. Make sure your financing's in order. If that means you getting underwritten beforehand, if you're able to do that, do it. You want to make your offer as strong and as attractive to sellers as possible. This is still a seller's market. There's still multiple offers, houses selling for above asking, all these types of things. Anything you can do to make your offer the most attractive is going to benefit you in the long run. Remember, interest rates at some point are going to go back down. You can refi at that point. If you're a seller, get on the market and please don't overprice. Home prices are still going up, but they're not going up at 15+% a year. So don't expect to price that in. Work with an agent who knows the market, who can price houses, and is going to be able to give you good advice. At the end of the day, for both buyers and sellers, you want to be working with someone that you trust, someone who's going to tell you what you need to hear, not necessarily what you want to hear. Hopefully this is helpful. Questions, comments, and feedback is always appreciated. Have a great day.